Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy Akeem from the Football Source, here to give you my Week 11 Game of the Week for the 2014 college football season. Number 14, The Ohio State University at number 8, Michigan State. This is going to be an outstanding game for you guys to watch, and this game will pretty much determine who will win the East Division of the Big Ten Conference. Now, both these two teams are 7-1, and in their losses, they both had suffered those losses in Week 2 of this season. For the Buckeyes, they actually lost at home against Virginia Tech 35-21, and for the Spartans, they had a tough loss at Oregon 46-27, and for the next 6 games for both these two teams, they actually improved so much on both sides of the field. Now let's first talk about Ohio State and their great quarterback J.T. Barrett, who definitely has risen a lot and showed that he is a very mature and great experience at quarterback. He's even doing a better job passing the football and overshadowing the previous starter Braxton Miller. Most people had their eyes on Braxton Miller winning the Heisman this season, but with J.T. Barrett replacing him due to Braxton Miller missing out for the entire season, Barrett excelled well in throwing the football, even better than Braxton Miller, but not as the big-time dual threat as Braxton Miller, but he's still second in the team for 496 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. And for passing, 1,856 yards passing, 23 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. He has been an excellent replacement, and he even surprised me a lot. Humbly apologize for J.T. Barrett for the first 2 games of this young Buckeye at quarterback. He struggled a little bit against Navy, and then with that loss against Virginia Tech, I thought that the Buckeyes was going to lose possibly 2 more games before heading into this big matchup, but they even improved. And with Barrett at the helm at quarterback, he even did a great job in points-wise, at least 50 points in 5 of the last 6 games for the Buckeyes, and only in that 1 game against Penn State in which the Buckeyes did pull out a narrow 31-24 victory. A couple of mistakes from Barrett in that matchup, but he showed a lot of maturity at quarterback as a young freshman. Now for Michigan State, they have a great quarterback as well, and Connor Cook. Now he's actually one of my top prospects at quarterback for the 2015 NFL Draft. But good news for you Spartans fans, Connor Cook has decided to stay for at least 1 more season as a senior, which is going to be great news for Michigan State, and this could possibly even definitely boost up his draft status for 2016's NFL Draft, and he's probably going to be already my number 1 quarterback for 2016. Now for him, he's been doing a great job throwing the football, displaying the football pretty well presence within the pocket, and he's definitely showed the more mature between Barrett and Cook at quarterback. Cook is a better mature quarterback because of his more experience that he has had, but Barrett is still a great quarterback. Now for this game, I'm going to start giving you guys my keys to victory. I'm going to start things off with the Ohio State and quarterback J.T. Barrett. He needs to do a great job extending the play. Even had to quote out for Desmond Howard out of ESPN. He even mentioned this, that he should definitely work on extending the play against the Spartan defense. Spartan's defense has an outstanding defense, one of the top defenses in college football. And for J.T. Barrett, he's been showing a lot of maturity, like I said, over the most recent weeks. And he's even doing a great job extending the play and throwing the football. And I think he needs to work on that to help lead the Buckeyes to a victory. And that is extending the play. He's been doing even a better job than Braxton Miller at extending the play. Secondly, sticking with the offensive side, they're going to have to do a good, Barrett's going to have to do a good job reading that defense pretty well and using the variety of players weapons that he has around him. Now, 7 players of the Ohio offense have at least 10 receptions, which shows that J.T. Barrett works well into the Ohio system and the offensive side, and he actually displays the football evenly to all of his players, which is a great thing. His leading receiver actually has 28 receptions, but like I said, 7 receivers have 10 receptions so far this season, and we still have plenty of season left. Now, on the defensive side, this is the biggest thing for me. Do not sleep in the ground attack against Michigan State and running back Jeremy Langford. Do not sleep against them. Now, there was a lot of notoriety and more news talking about Connor Cook and him staying, as well as that great Spartan defense. But let's not forget about the Spartan running back, Jeremy Langford. He's a great running back, a good workhorse, and I humbly believe that the Buckeyes cannot sleep on them on the defensive side. But still do a great job in covering the receivers around him, around Cook, and try to put pressure in them. But that is the biggest thing. Do not sleep on the ground attack from the Spartans, because they can get you a lot. Now, going over for Michigan State, start with the offensive side. They're going to still have to balance the football, giving the football to Langford, but on passing, I think they need to torch the Buckeyes and passing the football. And in one game earlier this season for the Buckeyes against Cincinnati, which they won 50-28, Cincinnati did a good job throwing the football and showing them the weaknesses on the defensive side. And that's what Connor Cook's going to have to do. Throw the football efficiently, effectively, and very accurately in order to pull the victory. And he is still, like I said, he's a great quarterback. I'm headed over to defensive side. Really, one thing that they need to boil down to, change the scheme of the defensive side to confuse JT Barrett. He is still a young quarterback, just a freshman. If they switch the defensive schemes a lot in this matchup, which they did against Stanford last season in the Rose Bowl, I think that this Spartan defense will confuse JT Barrett way too much in this matchup and pull off a couple of turnovers. And I think this could be key. This is a big key for in order for the Spartans to win. That is probably the biggest thing that they need to work on. Just change the defensive schemes, and this is a well-disciplined, well-advanced defensive team, a good experienced defensive team, even though they lost a couple of key players. But I think if they change the scheme out a little bit, that would definitely help out the Spartan defense to pull a great win at home. Now, for my victor of this game, this was a big toss-up for me because I do like JT Barrett at quarterback, but due to his lack of experience and due to the fact that Michigan State is playing at home and they're looking to probably finally pull off that home win against Ohio State. Let me let you guys know a little something. Ohio State has beaten Michigan State at Michigan since 1999. 15 years ago was the last time Michigan State played at home and beat the Buckeyes, and they're looking to probably pull off that good victory with the home field advantage. But also, they have the experience, and they already know what it takes to be champions, just like how they showed against Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship last season and in the Rose Bowl. This is a championship team, and they're looking to make it to the college football playoff. And between these two teams, I think that if Michigan State loses, they have more at stake of not making it, of a Big Ten team not making it to the playoff at the end of the season. If Ohio State wins, they have a slim chance of still making it. But if Michigan State loses, this is a big loss for the Big Ten Conference. I'm going to have to go with the Spartans in this one over Ohio State. But this is going to be an exciting game for you guys to watch. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be on Monday, where I will give you a recap of Week 11 of the 2014 season. Thank you for watching today's blog. From the Football Source, I'm your man, Keenan McCall. Be easy.